Team name was Plan to Chill. I'm David Joy.
I'm Joshua Byers.
I'm Kagan Garrett.
And I'm Matthew Freestone.
So our project was plan2chill.tech, and it was a project that would make you a schedule so that you could get all your work done before going on vacation.
So we made a React app that would take your front end, and that would give you all your accepting user information. We would get things like a username and a password. We would pass that information to a backend written in Flask. It would authenticate with a MongoDB backend or database. We do a lot of our authentication that way. We also had a lot of exciting things with some APIs, if somebody would like to talk about those.
Yeah, so we also did some JWT stuff to help encrypt some of our traffic, just to make sure our sessions were authenticated and secure. We also did some Twilio stuff to send text throughout the week to our users. We also use Canvas API to get the assignments, and we also use the GPT API to create custom messages for our Twilio API as well.
And then I made a sorting algorithm that would take a weight input by the user and some other parameters based on how long they wanted to do their homework for and how much they wanted to work on each day, and used it to basically assign each homework to a specific day.
Hi, and we are KiwiCo, and I'll let you get on the
Yes, my name's Ethan Baker.
I'm Emmanuel Webb.
I'm Wesley Wade. And I'm Austin Dickinson.
And what our project does is that we basically created our rendition of Tropico. If you ever played Tropico, you are hired to build an island from the ground up. You have to manage both resources, the economy, happiness and approval levels. There's also a great story to the game where certain events will trigger where you have to complete certain tasks. Completing those tasks, of course, raises your happiness. Fail them, however, down goes your happiness, down goes your approval level. There is a game over. You hit 0 in either one of those.
Yes, I was in charge of the graphical design. Everything we did was 2D sprites that were all hand-drawn and handmade. Each of those were then put into the games, like the buttons, the resources, the tile animations, the splashes, they were all 2D animated.
I was in charge of most of the programming. For the most part, I had to do all the event handling, I had to do all the inputs and all the graphics integration with the actual program itself.
I was mostly in charge of web development, so I made our actual web page that would talked about our application and made a link to our GitHub so that in the future people could look at that, go to our GitHub, make contributions if they would like, make requests of things they would like us to make in the future, because this is something we plan on continuing to do in our free time.
Well, the name of the team was Tropics.
Okay, I'm Robert Mukuchura, a senior at Alabama State.
Well, I'm Lucky Chitundu, a junior, same school.
Best Olunosi, a senior at Alabama State.
Well, so the name of our project was Tropics, and it was basically, looking at the disasters that, the world experiences. For example, the Amazon fire and many other disasters. And we basically just built an application that is able to provide more information and insights that are able to prepare people and the community for disasters and things of that nature. So we did a lot of user interface, many other functionalities, such as being able to receive notifications for a specific location that updates the users and notifies them about some tragic things that are likely to happen in the future. And so it was all around disaster management and prevention. Yes.
We are the Tropical TU Tigers.
I'm Kaya Jones.
I'm Kaylin Jones. I'm Cameron Jones.
And I'm Sierra Val. And we're from Tuskegee University. So the name of our project is Tropical Island Adventure. And with that project, it was a virtual reality immersive experience using a MetaQuest headset to create a game for the player to find treasure on a tropical island. And we decided to use virtual reality because it's something that's becoming so popular in the world, and we've seen so many applications in so many different areas. And we wanted to create an immersive experience for the user while also creating something challenging and fun for them to do.
And our main inspiration was the theme of tropics, which was how we basically all came together with the project in the first place.
And our coding software was on a VR platform called CoSpaces using Coblox.
I really enjoyed the luau at 10 p.m. That was a nice fun break. Good food, good.
I actually really personally enjoyed the accessible UI talk. I didn't really know much about UI, and I kind of found myself thrust into almost a front-end role on this project that I wasn't used to. But I got some information out of that one about keeping it accessible, keeping it looking good, keeping users' eyes going where they're supposed to, and I think it really benefited the project as a whole from the skills that I learned in that tech talk.
I really like going to Lockheed Martin's talk. I've heard about them, and I wanted to know a little bit more, and they had a couple people come to talk to us about that kind of stuff, and what they could share was very informational to me, and let me know what they kind of expected from me if I was to get into that kind of sector in the future, and it really helped guide my path for what I'm looking for in the future.
And I liked the Swery Tech Talk because it was interesting to see the new applications of AI tracking software.
Personally, my favorite my favorite workshop was actually the Git workshop. I'm going to say it's the web development one because before this, I actually had no web development experience. I was able to use what I used and learned in the workshop to actually like make a good website or a decent website, I think, personally. So that was good.
I was honestly scared to go to a workshop because there was so much work to do, so I ended up not going to one.
My favorite workshop was actually the presentation workshop we had earlier today. It was basically giving you tips and helping you sort of stay confident in the face of judges and make sure you really make your project shine. Our favorite part of the Auburn Hacks, though, was definitely like the atmosphere and being here and enjoying the experience.
Yeah, we said this earlier. It was the dinner.
Yeah, dinner was very good. Yeah, dinner from yesterday. I like the banana pudding.
Yes. The mac and cheese.
The mac and cheese was good.
Ooh, the UI UX development. That was my favorite.
I like the intro to Python workshop.
I really like the video game design.
I like the intro to Python workshop.
This event was awesome. I can't wait to come back next year, and hopefully we get to host one at Tuskegee University ourselves.
We love it. We will definitely be back next year.